This podcast is brought to you in association with Small Beer Limited, Britain's leading cask ale and craft beer wholesaler. Head to all the W's, smallbeerwholesale.co.uk. Now on with the show. Hello and welcome to the show. They say a week is a long time in politics. It's a lot longer in podcast world when your last recording gets binned off by a plug. So here we are again, giving it a go. Adam Stocks, his name is Carl Stubbs.
Hi there.
Wilson is here.
Hello there.
In the chair for two of them this week. Big shoes.
Massive shoes.
DT's cried off. Tibbs is unavailable. So we've drafted in super sub Wilson. The Franny Jeffers of the podcast world.
Yep. I hope my performance is good this week as it was last week.
I'm not going to lie, folks, on the airwaves, Apple, Spotify, wherever you found us, it was a bloody good show. So we'll do a bit of new stuff. We'll try and recreate some of that magic, but Carl wasn't here for it.
Well, it can't be that good then, can it?
Yeah, true. Right, can I do the intro that we were going to do, or we did record last week, that wasn't my idea, but it had a little hammer at you?
Yeah.
Can I do it?
Yeah.
Right, we'll give it a go. You ready? I'll do it live.
Yeah.
Right, let's do a little intro again. Firstly, are you okay? I hope so. It feels very strange sitting here without Carl, and I imagine you might be feeling a lot like I am. Shaken, troubled, let down, worried for the well-being of people on all sides of what's been going on, and full of questions. You, me, and all have gone off on a tangent, gave our love and support to someone who was not telling the truth, who acted in a way that they themselves felt they had to make up a shit excuse to not be here tonight and step down from the job that they don't really love, but come to pass the time on a Monday before he goes to Aldi. I know it's a lot to process. And equally, it's hard to see the toll that it's taken on all our time. So yes, we did a little, what's the show?
This morning, wasn't it?
We did a little
Hollywood
This Morning parody to hammer you because you're missing a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But you're here now, so it doesn't really work.
No. We weren't calling you a nonce.
No, we definitely were not doing that.
No.
I mean, it was hot off the press of other news floating around, but we went for not Look North.
Look north.
Fuck's sake. Look Hull. What's it called? Good Morning. We went for the Good Morning.
This morning.
This morning. I watched a lot of
Fucking
breakfast
Christ.
telly.
No. That's
Yeah, we went for that angle.
nice.
God, I hope that
Yeah.
book can fall out again. Jesus Christ, Adam.
Well, I'd have another go, won't we?
Yeah.
I'll
Enjoy
be
that.
honest, you've absolutely butchered it. But
No,
yeah.
you didn't. It was good.
The first recording was better.
Yeah, well,
But that's what they're going to say about tonight, Carl.
you've literally just spat that out, I think. But yeah, that's fine. Look,
I thought it was all right.
yeah, to be fair, I would like to offer an official apology for not being on the podcast because I know that it's shit without me. So for the listener, like,
Modesty.
I'm sorry that you had to endure some other shit. And to be fair, it's
They
almost
didn't really.
It's almost like the gods knew that the podcast wouldn't be as good because it just fucking deleted it once they'd finished because it was probably an absolute shower of boring
We
shit.
weren't even finished yet either. We were sort of another 10 minutes to go.
56 minutes they bored you with. And they're probably like, because like none of them are funny, it probably wasn't even slightly humorous.
I
They
turned
probably
in-
sat there talking about football and stuff, like all that stuff that nobody gives a shit about.
We didn't actually touch much sport,
We
did we?
didn't know. I
It was a
turned
good
into
show.
you for the majority of it.
What, thick as fuck?
No, I just turned in. I was dead miserable, wasn't I?
It was a good impression, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But let's not weep over what's not there.
No.
Can't be helped, can it?
No.
Here we are.
Fresh.
The ones that could be asked to turn up. So I could do the same speech again, but put Dan's name if you want.
Well, I think you've already chewed your way through that once. I don't think I want to put you through it again.
I thought I nailed it
Where's
personally.
where is Phil and Grant tonight?
Don't know.
It's not bothered.
No.
Firstly, are you okay? Third time lucky that one, Carl.
He's probably, I don't know. He's
I can't remember where Dan said he was.
He's probably with one of his 86 businesses.
Yeah.
Has he
I
got a
think
car
so, yeah.
park meeting or something again?
Yeah, he's
He's always at a
discussing
car park meeting.
the Lindham Club for the 40. What can possibly need discussing at that place? He's
Yeah.
at every meeting.
Yeah. He's trying to got too many fingers in too many pies, hasn't he?
He's a busy twat. That's what he is.
Yeah, I don't know. how he does
Busy
it.
man.
Yeah. And that's rich coming from me.
Why are you busy?
I am busy.
Yeah, you are very
But he's another level of
In
busy.
what context are you busy?
Just stuff like that.
You're always involved in stuff, and
Yeah.
very organised.
You're always
man.
out, actually. According to your socials, you're on it constantly.
He was out at the weekend.
With you, and you were on it.
Yep.
Off the wagon.
Yep.
Chicks ahoy.
No.
He's got a new favourite haunt.
Yeah, I have.
And it's shocking.
Yeah, but
It's sensational.
what a place.
Well, tell them what it is.
Well, on Saturday night, obviously I've been ill for like the last 10 days. I was like, well, my fitness is already at an all-time low because I didn't eat for like 5 days, which ain't ideal. So I was like, best way to fill myself back up with calories is go and get absolutely twatted on Saturday night. And I was expecting like a standard C-Stubs performance of like Avalode quickly.
Grenade it.
Yeah, owned by 11, job's a good one. I think it's a new PB. 5 a.m. I was out till.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What time?
5 a.m.
Good effort.
Yeah.
Time for a bacon
And
butty.
to be fair, I weren't ready to go home then. It's only because the greatest place in Lincoln closed, Pop World.
Closes at 5.
Yeah.
Were you seen shouting "No surrender" down the street at all?
No.
Okay,
No.
that's the line you've got to say at that hour.
Like, I've never been in Pop World before, and I walked, I was a bit like, this is going to be shit. And I walked in, and ABBA, Gimme, Gimme, Gimme was playing, and I was literally like, this
David
is
Brent.
the greatest place on earth.
Because you played a bit of ABBA.
Yeah, but he did. He genuinely kept saying to me, he was like, Matt, what was that song that came on?
Yeah.
I was like, it was
ABBA?
ABBA. And he was like, I want more.
More. Well, that's probably the place for
I
more
want
ABBA.
more ABBA. And then, like, they went through a spell of, like, playing a bit like R&B and that. I'm like,
Turn it off, mate.
yeah, like, you're getting away from why we're all in here. It ain't because we want cool stuff. We want ABBA.
I think they followed it up with High School Musical, I think.
Yeah, I mean, that's the sort. And then Harry Styles.
So like,
Yeah, and then a bit Harry Styles, and yeah, it was just brilliant.
yeah. Who don't love a bit of cheese, though?
Yeah, but I want more cheese in there is what I wanted.
Yeah.
Like, don't try and be cool. Like, nobody's in here because they want to be cool.
No one cares.
Yeah. They don't want a bit of Lamar or whatever. I want
ABBA's a
cheese.
crowd pleaser, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a Wilson disco favourite.
On the music, one thing we did discuss on the Fabled Lost Pod was what's that geezer called that you like? What did you say then? Fred. It's Fred again, isn't it?
Fred again.
So your man here was DJing,
Yeah.
and he played. Is it Maria?
Yeah.
Lost
So he was
Dancer.
playing
No,
this.
Billy. No, I played Billy.
Loving Eye.
Billy, this
This
one.
is Maria, Lost Dancer. Yeah.
He's playing a bit of that, trying to be down with the kids and all that. Like, what was it? 30th or something? Wedding?
It was a prom.
Prom, right? So he's down with the kids. He's like, yeah, I've got hair again. You know what I mean? I'm 18. I'm out with the lads playing this shit. And the crowd's like, nah, you're all right, mate. Put a bit of Wham on.
Yeah.
Where's the Shawaddy Waddy?
They asked for Candy Staten. What is it? They've done a remix.
Candy
of it.
Station.
No.
Candy Station.
Yeah, it is. Candy Station.
Candy Staten or something like that.
Yeah, it is Candy Station.
Young Hearts Run Free.
Young Hearts Run Free. Yeah.
Which, by the way, is an absolute bang. And this will get struck off YouTube, but fuck it.
Yeah,
Terry's
they were
not here,
loving
so
that.
it's off. It is a banger.
What's the sense in sharing?
Yeah, that's better than that shit that he listens to. But he's well on the cheese now.
No, Fred again is good, to be fair.
Hey, Baldy, put some... What's he called? Put some Candy Staten on, Baldy. You're fooling nobody, you 40-year-old.
I had a guy.
I've guessed your age.
I had a guy come up to me at a wedding the other day, and it was about 20 to midnight. Bearing in mind that I have to
Fancy
shut
a
off.
fuck.
I have to shut off at 12 o'clock because it's a hotel and all the guests.
Yeah,
kick off.
I've been there.
And he come up to me, and, mate, can I do karaoke at 12 o'clock, please? And I went, you
No.
are? And he went, I want to sing Kenny Rogers, The Gambler. And I went, no,
I want a moonwalk, son. Life's a shitter.
get out. Yeah, you get some rare ones.
Talking of cheese, I watched the Wham documentary on Netflix the other day.
Oh, yeah.
There wasn't really a live for it, like the original way round. They have got some incredible stats. I just thought they were this shitty cheese. Obviously, George Michael's in there, who's a talented boy. But you just thought, you know what I mean? But it got me thinking as I was sat on my sofa watching
Wasn't
it.
he part of the isn't George Michael a bit of a dodgy one?
Hey, well, he's dead now, so you've got to be careful what you say about him. You can't sue us,
We
but
can't hear you.
it's true, yeah. Well, unless you believe in that sort of thing. But it did get me thinking, Carl.
Is it true though?
What?
Did he ever get done for?
Loads of different things, but nothing. No, technically it was illegal, wasn't it? But nothing like.
Was he like?
He was a closeted homosexual, Carl, for a long time, and all that sort of stuff.
Did he?
When it was.
Did he finger anyone?
No, he cottaging to get done for that. Sucking someone off in a toilet is what I remember. When I was I wasn't
Was
there.
that George Michael or was one that
No,
Boy George?
No, he did worse.
Did he?
Didn't he like put someone on a radiator or some shit?
Oh yeah, he tied him.
Yeah, a lot worse. You know, don't tar, careless whisper with that.
What, to knock him off?
No, worse than that. No, it's awful.
Yeah,
George Michael
he
just
held
got a bit
in prisoner, didn't he?
Just like drugs was a problem for him. Bless him. And getting caught in noshing blokes off was the issue. But it got me thinking when I was watching it.
Wouldn't it be good to nosh blokes off?
No, didn't think that. It's not my cup of tea, but each their own. Let me do this fucking joke.
It better be good.
You won't get it, so it will go over your head. But it got me thinking, Carl. I'll say it again. Set it up. Andrew Ridgeley was one of Wham, but basically he didn't do anything, and he was just sort of part of Wham. So very much the Carl Stubbs of the Wham.
Right.
Does fuck all, but is essential.
Yeah.
To the duo. Well, there's more than two of us, but yeah, you are Andrew Ridgeley. You are our Andrew Ridgeley, and we thank you for that.
Yeah. What do you mean I don't do anything?
We've turned up more than Dan's done.
Yeah. Every week.
And Tibbsy.
Yeah.
Well, the other week you didn't turn up.
I've only missed like 2 weeks.
You haven't missed many.
And one of them don't count because you didn't even record anything.
We definitely did, but we lost it, Carl.
So you didn't record anything. So
Hungry.
That doesn't count.
What's your favourite Wham song, Carl?
Oh, crikey. I don't know. I'm not really down with my Wham.
Wake Me Up Before You Go.
Yeah, I know that one.
I'm just thinking along the Club Tropicana is their banger.
Drinks are free.
But what if you're walking into Pop World now, Carl? Imagine it's 1 a.m.
Yeah.
You've had 3 gins. You're lively.
Hey,
what do you want to hear?
I had more than that. Animal, mate. I don't know.
I'm Your Man. That one?
Baby.
Wake Me Up Before You Go.
A Jitterbug.
Mm.
But it was a very good documentary, actually. I very much enjoyed it. A break from a sports docs that I normally watch. Just thought it was interesting. They were massive. They were huge.
Yeah.
One way, yeah.
I was watching that. I can't remember what it was like. The Sky have done like a winning documentary at the minute, haven't they? And like they've interviewed all like what it takes to win in like successful teams and stuff. It's proper interesting.
What's that on Sky?
Yeah, it's
I shall check that out.
Through every sport as well. So there's like
what's it take to win?
The Ryder Cup team, like Ben Stokes'
golf club,
Ashes team,
cricket bat,
the Tour de France
bike.
Hey,
did you see about Tour de France today? So, well, not today, whatever it was. Someone put their phone out and knocked loads of people off again. Who was doing that? Seriously.
It's the second time it's happened.
Dickhead.
Somebody knocked somebody off on a bike with one of their flags the other day.
Shit the bed. I mean, that guy's trying to get his match on Tinder and he's killed the race.
It's caused chaos.
They flipped it this year, haven't they? I was learning, Carl, on TalkSport. They flipped it this year. They've done the mountains first. They normally do them last.
Yeah, it's all over the gaff.
Yeah, apparently it's brutal this year.
Yeah, it's so good.
I mean, it looks pretty brutal already, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah, it's so good to watch. But there's been quite a few incidents with the motorbikes, like the TV motorbikes and whatnot. So Pogacar at the week, when was that, Saturday? Pogacar attacked.
Come on, put an accent on it.
No.
Pogacar.
No. Tadej. He attacked Vingegaard and the motorbike got in his way, so he had to stop his attack, which is like played quite a big part in that stage, because those two are fighting out for GC. General classification, like the winner of the Tour.
I knew that. Do you know that was?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I knew that.
Mate, it's phenomenal. There's only
Gemma Collins.
There's only 10 seconds in it this year. It's such good viewing.
Tight as a tiger.
Yeah, the most.
Did they sell £20 cowbells at the Tour de France as well? Like
Yeah.
they did that Lincoln one.
Yeah.
Fucking pissed me off. That still does. He never wore that fucking hat again as well.
Yeah,
Little shit.
unbelievable, mate. So good. If you're into the Tour de France, it's just
Which I'm not. But I did find it was interesting that they flipped it. On another sporting challenge, Carl.
highest watched sporting event in the world. Fact.
Yeah, we've had this debate before, it's not debate, because it's fact. Another sporting champion that's close to my heart, Carl.
Yeah.
How many hot dogs in one sitting do you think you could tuck away into that little tummy of yours,
Oh,
what we're looking.
I'm a very good eater.
So normal-sized wiener,
Yeah.
bun, you've got some water, bit of ketchup if you want it.
How many
are you packing?
I'm at least double digits.
Are these tinned ones?
Yeah, let's
Like
say,
canned ones?
ye olde, whatever the fuck they're called,
At Great British Beer Festival, I saw off 8 bacon brioche buns.
which you've bragged about before in here.
Yeah.
So what are you thinking?
So I reckon that it's going to be easier to do the hot dogs. 'Cause
Slide down, don't they?
I'd already had beers at that point as well, which for somebody my size,
I'll give you a week to prepare for this as well. You know what
fills
you're walking
me.
into.
I reckon I could get close to 20.
It's impressive.
Mm,
We reckon, Wilson. What are you sliding?
nowhere near that. 6 or 7. Not many.
Pathetic.
Mate, for a man my size,
Nah.
I can eat.
Yeah, I'm not a big eater.
It's good, but it wouldn't have beaten Joey Chestnut's.
What did he?
How many do you reckon he packed away?
I don't know.
62.
Oh, fucking hell.
Took his 16th career mustard belt. That's what apparently why they call it. Like a wrestler. Yeah, and I'll show you the picture of him. He's thin, which I suppose is
Yeah.
competitive eater, I suppose.
Don't
isn't it?
underestimate us.
62 Nathan's famous hot dogs.
How'd you get into shit like that?
Yeah, how'd you discover you can pack 62 hot dogs away?
I can nail a large Domino's pizza in less than 10 minutes. No stress.
Yeah, but that's speed, isn't it? I think you need
That's
that
volume,
capacity.
isn't it?
Yeah, but I don't think that many people could nail a large Domino pizza on their own.
But I feel that's a different competition. That's like a long distance sprint runner versus a sprinter. I think you got to pick your discipline, Kai. Are you fast or are you capacity? What are you
Both.
thinking? Both. Ultimate triathlete.
I don't. Yeah, but I think like on an out and out eating contest, I think I could like get in people's heads.
I think you do a good job of that. I think you'd just be saying shit.
Like the speed that I was eating would like get in their heads and how easy I'd be making it look. If I could nail a large pizza in like 10 minutes and they've still got 3 or 4 slices left, psychologically they're already up against it.
But I think an experienced competitor would just see you off.
Well,
Like they'd be like, he can't see that. He can't do that pace. He can't do that pace.
I can.
You won't get a 62 though.
What hot dogs? No,
Joey Chestnut's seen you off, boy.
Yeah, he has. But I think depends who I was taking on, doesn't it?
I'm gonna have a look and see what it would get you in the competition.
Oh, I can't imagine that high.
What does he win
Fuck all.
Belt,
for that? A belt?
life supply
A
of hot
gastric
dogs.
belt?
A mustard band, whatever that is.
He I've just looked at it. He wins a signed Rick Waller CD.
He won X Factor, didn't he?
Some boy. Wasn't he?
Who won X Factor?
Rick Waller.
Did he?
I don't think he won it, did he?
I don't know. He was on it.
I'm
wasn't
pretty sure he didn't win it.
He lost loads of weight.
Hey,
didn't
he's
he?
10 down here. He got more than 10. He got 76 in 2021. He shit his own bed. Cash prize. That's what you get.
Cash prize.
Cash prize.
Cash money.
Rock the cash prize.
What was the cash prize?
Money.
That's usually what cash is.
The women's champion can do 40, which is Miki Sudo.
That's not a woman.
Miki. Sudo.
Japanese.
Oh, she's my age. Oh, poor old Sonia Thomas lost out.
Did she? Poor
What, off
Sonia.
EastEnders?
I was backed her and all. The old Sky bet. We're going for the cricket this week then, Carl.
Well, we're up against it because we've still got a cunt that can't catch behind the wicket.
Yeah, he's a bit...
Have you seen the stats?
Oh, yeah.
I saw some
don't read
like
well.
Carey compared to him.
Yeah, Carey, 24 chances, taken 22 of them. Bairstow, 20 chances, he's taken 12.
In a tight series, that's the last thing you need, isn't it?
How many runs do you think Bairstow's cost us so far this series?
He hasn't put many runs on himself either. That's half the problem.
Well, yeah,
You can't. That argument doesn't exist now because he's not doing much with the bat either.
191 runs he's already cost us this series.
And in such a tight series,
Have you seen that? All the scores from the 3 test matches so far?
Yeah,
There's
so-
like 40 runs in it.
so Australia 1850 for 58, England 1809 for 55. So after 943.4 overs, there are 49 runs between the sides.
And Bairstow's given him 190 of them.
Yeah, keeps dropping shit.
Nice one. Cheers.
Right, at this point now, because to be fair to you and DT, before the series, when they played Ireland, you always called this, you wanted folks behind the stumps.
Yeah.
We can discuss the rest later, but that's your line in the sand. And it hasn't happened. He's not even in the squad.
No.
So you know what I mean? It's not even a debate
Which
for them.
Ridiculous.
So what's going on then?
Bairstow, I don't know. Folk,
It can't just be team harmony and stuff because you want to win.
It's because Stokes can't bowl. So they're having to play Chris Wokes to sort of allow for Stokes to play. But if Stokes is playing, which obviously he's got to because he's fucking incredible, he's got to play as an out-and-out batter, which then he can't really bat at 6. He can bat at 6, but you're trying to just make room and allow it. But by making that room, you've got to make up a lot of runs. Like, you're already 190 runs down because of having the keeper that we've got.
I don't like Moeen Ali at 3, by the way.
Moeen Ali at 3 is just, again...
Don't like it.
Is he our best number 3? No, you're just making room for...
Don't like it.
You're just trying to put round pegs in square holes, or the other way?
That is the same. Square pegs in round holes. Round pegs in square holes. I think it's a better...
It'd be round and square, wouldn't it?
Round and square.
You couldn't get a square peg in a round hole.
Square peg in a... What's the whole point?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you couldn't the other way.
Oh, it wouldn't fit, would it?
Who knows?
We butchered that.
One of them.
One of them.
Yeah.
It don't fit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just like... I don't know. It's frustrating. Incredibly frustrating.
It's going to be even more frustrating if it costs us the series.
You're not playing your best side.
No. What do you think of Anderson coming back then, along the same lines?
I don't mind Anderson playing because he's replacing Ollie Robinson, and Ollie Robinson's...
And he's injured,
yeah.
Yeah.
And Ollie Robinson's job is to bowl as many overs as possible and go for 0 runs, which is Anderson's very much capable of that.
And it's
role.
his home ground.
And it's I don't think that really matters as...
No, but in terms of getting a stint out of him at the tender age of 86, whatever it is.
I have no doubt that he'll bowl very well in this Test match, but I've no issue. As a like-for-like replacement, I think Anderson replacing Robinson is the obvious one. But I just think that we've got, you've bowl Anderson, Wood, Broad, Wokes, and then you've got Ali as well. That's right, isn't it?
Yeah.
As your 5 bowlers that were having to play because Stokes effectively can't bowl.
How good was Wood in that last...
Wood's an absolute joke.
He was incredible,
So
wasn't he?
Rapid. And he's a lunatic, apparently.
Yeah, he is, yeah. He was running around on the change
Turning to be a dog.
Tend to be a dog.
Yeah. Saying, there's a dog in here, lads. Just shouting, there's a dog in here.
See, when
5
they said...
minutes before he's about to go out and bowl at 95 miles an hour.
They said he were lively and stuff, and then you hear the stories and you go, he's an absolute mentalist.
He's a cannon,
I love that.
Yeah, he's funny, yes. Yeah.
He's from the northeast, isn't he? They're all a bit old tapped, aren't they?
Wired.
I mean, they punch horses, for Christ's sake. Barking like a dog at Headingley is nothing. We best enjoy this test, Carl, because you won't be seeing a test this far north until 2031.
Yes, I've seen.
As the 2027 tests will be at Lords, the Oval, Edgbaston, Trent Bridge even, and the Ageas Bowl.
Yeah.
So just take out 2 really lively stadiums. I know it's going to go around the country. It is what it is. But Headingley, we've got a great record at Headingley. Now,
and we've got a fucking shite record at Lords and the Oval, so I don't know why we continue to play.
Heaven forbid you'd take cricket off the Cockneys, mate. No chance. I mean, Lords, I understand it's the home of cricket, and it's the whole bloody point.
The Oval, we fucking lose there every time we play. Anyway, yeah,
that bodes well if we make it 2 all, doesn't it?
No, we're not that bad at the Oval. I mean, we're terrible at Lords. I can't tell you the last time that we beat the Aussies at Lords.
I can't be asked to look, but it doesn't sound like a familiar. Although I did hear on the radio, which I found fascinating, because I've listened to a lot of Test Match Special for this series, that they were saying about the pitch and stuff at Lords and how it's not particularly friendly to the English, yada, yada, yada. And they were saying, well, Lords do what they want. It's got nothing to do with the ECB. It's got nothing to do with England.
Yeah.
They do what they want. It's their ground, home of cricket. They're going to put whatever pitch out they want to put out.
Yeah.
Stubborn, isn't it?
Mm.
Whilst turning the members' room into Millwall away.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Still going on that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's wasn't a good look, was it?
3 of them are
Tarquin kicking off.
They?
They're livid as well.
It's good though. I like that.
Khawaja's come out today though, hasn't he? Talking about it all.
Yeah, bore off you fanny. Get off yourself.
No, but in fairness, he has said like it's gone too far, hasn't it? Like even like in Australia, like he's saying that the Australian fans are like just as bad, but he said it's like gone too far. He said if I'm taking my kids to these games, I would take them home because they shouldn't be hearing what's coming out. I'm like,
so I was at Headingley and I didn't think it was too bad. I thought it was fun natured. I didn't hear particularly much.
no, that's like there's chants and all that. I find like it's not.
It's the verbals, is it? Is that what
Yeah,
he's
but
saying?
I mean, I don't know. I don't really ever remember when I've been to the cricket, like seeing somebody standing up on the edge of the like in their seats, like literally just hurling abuse at.
I've never seen that.
Never.
I've never seen that.
And like some of the chants and stuff, like they are like maybe borderline. Like was it stand up if you hate Gary or whatever it is? I mean,
that's pretty tepid.
It's hardly
isn't it?
offensive.
Yeah, it's tepid, and he's going to cry in a minute to Smith. And
yeah,
it's all very. And if you give it a bit back, you get claps and stuff anyway. So it's
there's nothing. I don't think there's anything like
mutual respect,
really personal in that. Like it's just funny, isn't it? To me, like I don't really think it matters.
I'm glad you're here for this audio clip.
Okay.
Can you please guess which footballer one of these geezers thinks is in the top 10 best Premier League footballers?
Premier League players of 2023.
Footballers.
My backyard.
Come on, let's go. Start us off.
I already fucking hate
Number
this.
one's got to be Erling Haaland.
That's correct.
So one half of this duo has gone Erling Haaland. Where do we feel his compatriots going?
What?
So this is the top 10 best Premier League players of
Premier League?
2023.
Can I just say that my opinion hasn't changed? I fucking hate Americans.
The Yanks.
Or-
It's consistent and a joy to behold.
These two pricks are definitely on that list.
So he's gone
And I've
Erling
heard
Haaland.
5 seconds of them talking.
Is it some like Tyler Adams or someone like that?
We've got one for Tyler Adams. Where do you reckon he's going with it, Carl?
Hopefully off the edge of a cliff.
I can't see a cliff. They're just sat on some sofas.
Okay.
It's his backyard.
Maybe they can fucking punch each other to death or something.
That didn't happen. Well, it might happen later in the clip. I don't know.
Good.
So what are you thinking? So one said Haaland, very sensible. And I'm presuming he's at least 2 in the top 1.
Brad Friedel.
Brad Friedel. So both went American, which is interesting. Let's see where they go with it.
Number one.
Most goals ever in the Premier League in one season.
How many are we talking?
It was like 38 or 39,
Kevin
40
Phillips.
goals.
All right.
Smash some records.
All right, I'm going to go with a pretty obvious one here that I think should be on here. Yannick Bolasie.
Yannick Bolasie was his guess.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that.
So I've had a little look. He was being deadly serious. I think he's just plucked a name. I mean, he's a pretty skillful player, was Bolasie.
Is he still even playing?
I don't know where he is now.
And did he score 38 goals in a season?
No, but he was saying that about Haaland.
Oh.
He was basically saying that he's had the best Premier League season ever for a striker, which is correct. The other guy seems to know his shit. He's 34 now, Yannick.
Is he playing in Saudi like every other player is in the world?
His last place he played at was
Everton.
Knicker Rizenspor Kulübü in the Turkish Professional League.
Yeah.
They're based in Rize. They're playing the Super League. Got 19 in 53.
Good record, to be fair.
I mean, it's not the Premier League. He had some loans towards the end.
Talking of Turkey, did you watch the Dele Ali thing?
Yeah.
It was good, wasn't it?
Incredible. Very moving, very emotional. And, I mean, to be fair, when I was watching it, I thought we didn't necessarily hammer him, but we were questioning what's happened to him months ago, like everyone was. And granted, we didn't actually hammer him. Thank God. You can listen to that. We didn't. Yeah, wow. What an interview.
I thought, I knew that something had gone on, and I wasn't sure, whether it be the life that he's living now or something in the past. But I knew that it was obviously going to be fairly bad because of how he's been performing and stuff like that. And then, so my expectations of it was already this is going to be a tough watch. And then it was 1,000,000 times tougher than I even ever imagined.
When you see Gary Neville, who's quite a stoic figure,
Yeah.
go
When he starts crying.
when he
yeah.
goes like that, because he's a parent and all that sort of stuff.
You know, like he's just sat there, and he's like going through the timeline of the first like 11 years of his life,
and you can see how uncomfortable he is as well.
And I'm like, shit, man.
Well, I was saying to someone the other day, actually, we're discussing this, and I was saying that obviously we had Liam Bridcut in the chair way back in our early days of podcasting, and he had obviously he didn't suffer personal abuse that we know of, but he went through a very, very traumatic childhood as well.
Yeah,
And it's interesting to see two professional footballers having sat with Liam and seen how emotional he got in the chair.
Yeah.
To bring all that to the surface,
It's
just, we've literally witnessed it ourselves. So to watch that on the screen is just, and everyone was talking about it. It was people were crying on TalkSport in the day, and just mad.
To be fair, I cried about it, but when you think it's different when you got kids, you think about it in a different way. Imagine having a kid that's 6, 7, and that it's happened to them. It's
and he's a naughty boy, so you send him off to Africa. And also, what?
Yeah, mate, that is fucking mental. But that's like something from like the 1950s or something, isn't it?
To learn discipline, didn't he say?
Yeah, but did you see? He predicted what was going to happen. He said they'll come out and rubbish it. And what's happened? His dad's come out in one of the papers, one of the shit rags. Why the hell they've even printed it? About how he went to a top school and it's not true. And I've got photos, mate. Just watch the interview. He literally predicted that was what was going to happen. You were going to come and do this.
Yeah.
And like a snake. You know what I mean? Just whatever. Just that's that guy's personal testimony. He hasn't pointed the finger at anybody. He hasn't named anybody. He's giving you his personal story that explains a lot of what's happened to him. And obviously he's still so young. He's still so young. He can still get his career back in theatre. I don't know what level it'll be at, but he can still get his career back.
Yeah. Mate, he's an unbelievably talented footballer.
When he's on it.
Well, look how good he was.
That goal. Can you remember that goal he scored against Palace?
Flicked it round the corner and bang.
But you can tell, like, he was talking about that, like, when his life had reached, like, its most stable and stuff, is when he was playing his, like, best football. And the fact that he's, like, got to this age, like, what is he, 27, I think, now? He's got to 27 years of age with literally all of that he brought out in that 50-minute interview of whatever it was. He's been carrying that on his, like, and hiding that from, I mean, I don't think anybody knew about it.
Just him and his counsellor when he finally hit
So
rock bottom or broke and decided to seek help.
Exactly. And he's been carrying that. It's fucking
That
mental. The fact that he's been, like, hung off a bridge. Like,
It's fucking
he's
mental,
been
isn't it?
touched by fucking, when he was 6 years old, molested by bloody...
And there was geezers coming out of the house.
In and
his
out
mum
of the
was on
house.
it. You know what I mean? Drinking, drugs, whatever she was into.
Yeah.
And just strangers. I mean, imagine that as a kid.
I mean, how do you even make it as a professional footballer with that as an
It's staggering,
upbringing?
isn't it? He just must have been so bloody talented. But it puts that Mourinho interview in different context to me as well. You know, when he's on the whatever, what's it called? The documentary, Amazon, whatever it was.
Amazon one,
It puts that into different context as well, because you watch it back and you automatically side with Mourinho because you go, okay, this is a guy that's incredibly experienced. And that in itself was a very incredible speech from Mourinho about how age, suddenly you blink and you're 52 and I can't believe I'm 52 and don't let it pass you by. You look at that again, like I watched it back the other day just to look at him. It's just, his eyes are gone. He's glazed over because he's clearly got that he's dealing with and nobody knows. So he's obviously, he's clearly a sensible kid and he can obviously hear all that and be like, I know exactly what you're saying and it's true. However,
I can't because I've got this to deal with.
yeah.
But Neville
thank
was
God he
right.
seeks help.
Neville was right in what he was saying because Mourinho called him lazy, and shit sticks like that with footballers.
Sure does.
And now, especially when it comes from someone like Mourinho, because other managers will be looking at him thinking, well, he said he's lazy. I've seen his performance dipped over the last couple of years, and that's where he's ended up. But no one will look, actually, why? Why has he got to this point where he has now?
But as he said in his interview, Mourinho came up to him and apologised to him like a week later. Amazingly, that didn't make it into the fucking documentary,
Funny old
did
game,
it?
isn't it?
But it's like, these documentaries are great, and I think they're a fantastic insight into what's going on into like the clubs and stuff like that. Like, it is a really good watch and it's proper interesting, but you don't think about it from like the players' perspective that are getting filmed all the time doing all this. And like that Dele Ali thing at the time, like, you watched it and you were like, yeah, fucking hell, he is a bit lazy actually, isn't he?
And you all buy into the narrative. We did.
Yeah.
You all buy
And
into it. And you look
the
at getting
story
released
of it.
at
And then,
Turkish side. And
yeah, and then you're like, yeah, he's fucking Mourinho's right, isn't it? Dele Ali has lost it. Whereas actually, like, there's so much more to that story that because it's not going to be that bit of Mourinho calling him lazy and so many people are going to buy into that and that's going to get extra viewing figures, they don't fucking bother.
But that's it, innit? It's clickbait. It's a 30-second clip or whatever. Like the whole Mason Mount thing this week with him having autographs. You see that?
Yeah, and they've had to come out and clearly defend him because it's a bunch of idiots that are there all the time and they sell them on the internet.
Yeah. So
You've seen that stuff?
No, I haven't seen
He's
it.
getting chased. Oh, you this, you that. Why won't you sign this? There's 3 blokes that are there every single day and they collect it and sell it. So he's like, mate, I've already signed that. I'm not, behave, you know what I mean? Behave.
Yeah.
I've already done that. And the club, to be fair to the club, they've come out and said, no, we know who they are. They're always at, is it Carrington, you guys, Trevor?
Yeah.
They're always at Carrington, not having it. We defend Mason Mount. So it's a one snippet in time. Looks like he's the bad guy.
Yeah. But someone put it on social media saying, "Oh, look at Mason Mount won't sign for these people."
But you
they're
know
actually
he's a nice guy. So
Yeah.
it's all very interesting. Like, but you said what you said earlier was very interesting. That these things follow you around. I know from our club, from listening to Patchy Bamford when he was doing lot of low moves and stuff. He went to Burnley and his dad gave him a lift, which is that unheard of, is it, in football? Immediately, Sean Dyche took a disliking to him. You're posh, you're this, you're not going to work hard. Absolutely typecasted into something that he just isn't as a footballer. Having watched the guy, and it's amazing how you're absolutely right, how those stereotypes can follow a player. It's interesting, isn't it?
I think once you've got that on you, it's hard to shift it.
Well, he'll shift it now because he's done an unbelievable job. And
course,
credit's carried over. That should shift a lot of, and give him some space. And also, credit where credit's due. Apparently, Everton have been brilliant.
Yeah.
Everton have been superb with him, apparently.
Dyche himself.
Yeah, which is ironic because what I've just said about how he treated. But anyway, by the
But
by,
it's probably a good thing for him. He's injured as well at the minute because it will give him a bit of time for everything to settle down on that interview. And by the time he's fit again, people will think, oh, actually, you know what, we'll give him another chance.
I think he's taking the plug out of the sink. I don't even think he gets any abuse from fans or anything. I don't mean from what he said. I mean, I think if he hadn't done this and he maybe had to drop into the Championship or maybe even League One, maybe not, I think he'd have got loads of abuse. He won't now. Everyone knows his story now. If you're abusing Dele Ali, hell, take a long, hard look at yourself.
Yeah.
I know football's tribal, but Jesus.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? He's a victim of abuse, for Christ's
Yeah,
sake.
but there'll be some fucking...
There'll be a knobhead.
There'll be a
somewhere,
knobhead,
of course
won't
there will.
there?
But what I mean is, as a general football populace, I think this is his second chance now, and I hope he takes it because he's a brilliant footballer, and clearly he's had a rough life. So, yeah, interesting.
Mm.
You are listening to the Gone Off on a Tangent podcast. How much do you reckon it is to take a family of 4 to Chef Wednesday this season, Carl? We're not going to hammer him because Tibbsy's not here, it'd be boring, but just on a... You haven't been to football for a while, what do you reckon?
I don't know, what is it, 25 quid a ticket?
So if a family of 4, 2 adults, 2 children, under 17, want a season ticket at Chef Wednesday next season, what do you reckon the cheapest total price is for that package?
For a family season ticket?
So 2 adults, 2 kids, and obviously they pay the various rates.
I genuinely don't know, mate.
1,600 quid.
Is that a lot?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, because I imagine going to watch Lincoln, like, what's an adult season ticket there? I bet it's 400 or 500 quid, isn't it?
It's quite a bit. I think it's a bit cheaper at Lincoln now. I think.
So the equivalent for me, so that's the cheapest. So not the most expensive, the cheapest. So I'm in decent seats at Leeds. So say, humble brag, isn't it? Say I did 2 plus, so in the same seats I'm in, it'd be 1,900. 2 adults, 2 kids.
Right.
And this is their cheapest. These are the shittest seats.
Yeah, but I think it's like, I don't know. It's difficult to fully slag them off because, I don't know. It's just like football's fucking expensive.
It's gone off a cliff, hasn't
Like
it?
that's the reality of it. Like
It has gone off a cliff.
Ridiculous.
I mean, all this Saudi Arabia stuff that's booting off.
But here's a question for you, Carl, because you'll know the answer, Stocksy.
Well,
Right? Imagine you're a League One Plymouth fan. You've just been promoted to the Championship and you think, oh, brilliant. Leeds have come down. I get to go to watch Leeds away at Ellen Road.
Yeah.
How much is an away ticket at Leeds this year? If you're an away fan.
Well, I'm going to guess quite a lot as soon as you're bringing it up.
Or preaching over here.
well, you've walked into a wonderful trap there, Matt. Well played.
Have I actually?
Yeah, because it is 50. It's 50.
£47.
£47. However, if the clubs agree to charge each other the same price, it is not. So Cardiff, who arrive at the Ellen Road Stadium on the 6th of August, will pay £24.
£47 though.
No, but it's
If they
24.
don't, yeah, but if they don't agree,
Well, you better agree then, or else we've got to pay it at their end. What's the difference?
47.
So say we go to Blackburn and they don't agree to lower it between us. They go, actually, Leeds, you bring in 6,000 fans, we'll charge you 47. We'll charge them 47.
Robbing Yorkshire bastards.
How? If they agree to the same price, what's the difference? I paid 50 quid at Norwich the last time I was in the Championship.
Yeah, that's Norwich.
Norwich should be 50 quid.
Yeah, it should.
Should it?
Yeah.
It's a fucking long way to get
It
there.
is a long way to
No,
go.
Leeds, in all seriousness, have agreed with the other club, that if you charge us X, we'll charge you X. And they've like us and Cardiff have shook hands on 24 quid. There's only 24 quid in the away end.
I'll send me let you off.
Same stand, a home fan has to pay £47 for the same stand. So it's Leeds fans that are getting robbed.
Shit show, mate, that.
It's shit from the football. So it's a joke now. It's an absolute joke. Like the only way to go watch it properly is to get a season ticket.
Yeah.
Because you're looking at 30 quid a game or whatever it is. I think your mine's about 30 quid a game.
Well, to be honest, all you need to know that football's going to shit is Jordan Henderson being offered 700 grand a week.
He's in the mud there a little bit. I don't think he takes it. I don't know if I've been
700 grand a week.
I've been quite busy at work all day. Has anything actually happened with? Has it moved forward at all?
Not today, I don't think.
So what's the latest? That he's got an offer on the table.
He's got an offer.
What was it? The number again? Sorry,
700 grand a week.
That's the offer, and of course the rub is all the work he's done.
Well, allegedly he's agreed personal terms.
Has he?
So Romano said that he's agreed personal terms, but they've not agreed a fee between the clubs.
Yeah, but it's getting complicated now, isn't it?
It's because of all the work he does for the LGBTQ plus community.
Yeah,
and how vocal he was with the Qatar. And and there's a lovely post actually that there's some guy had obviously gone to his first Liverpool game and just tweeted Henderson saying how comfortable he felt at the ground, blah 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 blah, and he was really worried because he was gay. And there's a lovely post from Henderson like, "Get you a shirt, blah blah blah. Welcome to the club, blah blah blah." Yeah, he's in a bit of stick because the argument I can't buy. And we've talked about Saudi Arabia and all that sort of stuff a lot on this podcast. What I can't buy is he changes nothing over there.
No,
nothing. So you can't have that little, I'll be the change for good. No, you won't.
But then the caveat to that, £72 million over 2 years.
I'm not going to lie to you, Wilson, I'm taking it.
All day.
Every day of the week, I'm taking it.
What, over everything that you've stood for the last few years?
No, but I haven't stood up and claimed any of that sort of stuff.
Well, Henderson has, though.
No, he has, and that's why he's in the mud. He's got a big decision to make now.
He's got a huge decision.
Big decision to make now. It's one thing for Steven Gerrard to go, we're very similar midfielders actually, but in the same way that I could go. Second Wilson. In the same way I could go, but someone has been incredible. I don't think he goes. I think he stands by his moral. I could be completely wrong, and this is out Thursday, and I could be miles off it.
I tend to agree. I think
he stays.
Henderson's one of them blokes. Yeah,
I like him a lot.
I don't think he'll bow down. I don't think money matters in his life, does it?
He's earning a lot of money, isn't he? I mean, I don't know what he earns now. If it's like 200 grand a week, he should have enough put aside for his kids
to be comfortable.
It's like when Calvin left us and they were saying that he's not only looking after him, it's his kids and his grandkids. There'll be enough there to put in a bank. So do you need that amount of money?
I just think
it's not football, is it? Nobody's gone for football.
Henderson strikes me as like a proper classy bloke.
Yeah, me too.
He's incredibly well respected in football, isn't he? Like in and around changing rooms and everything. I just think that he strongly believe like everything that he stands for. He's a very passionate bloke, isn't he? I
think he'd have gone by now because look how quick Fabinho went.
Yeah.
Within 24 hours of that break-in, gone.
This is going to be like come falling down pretty quickly, I think.
No, I think the opposite actually. I think I think China was built and a lot of people went over there and it fell. I don't think the Saudi Arabians stop until they've got whatever it is they want.
They'll be in the Champions League. They'll buy the way into that.
But I don't know how you square that circle. They're not in Europe. I don't know how UEFA take that cash. I understand what you're saying, and that's probably maybe a goal for them. I think what they do is they do the World Club Championship and they go big with that and they try and make that because that's FIFA, innit?
Yeah.
So they take that, they hold hands with FIFA and go, right, let's crush UEFA. Let's make the World Club Championships the new Champions League. We'll put all our money into that. Then you bring all the South America side, and we'll just crush the Champions League that way. People are already getting tired of the format, yada, yada, yada. The Super League clubs, all those so-called want to break away, want something else, want more money. So FIFA can just step in and There's already friction between UEFA and FIFA. That's what I think they'll do.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're going anywhere. They've got Tyson Fury over there boxing his fake boxing match versus that UFC guy. They've now got golf. They're trying to have a little dabble with cricket. They're trying to get F1. They've got Newcastle. They've got sneaky dealings with Chelsea.
Yeah.
What am I missing? There's other sports in there.
Well, they'd have United if the Glazers didn't piss off.
Well,
but that won't happen.
But I was hearing earlier the Tyson Fury fight. There's like a sporting agency in Saudi Arabia that obviously pulls these fights together. Tyson Fury's team have bypassed that and gone straight to the government. Just gone straight and said, we'll bring the fight to you. Write a check now and job done. Whatever it is, 60, 70, whatever it is, million. So they will not stop. They're taking Newcastle is the bomb going through the dam now. I think that's broken them into the Premier League, which is the most established and best profile. Well, certainly football league.
They've put in some 85 million quid bid for that. The Napoli player.
Yeah, he's a good player as well, apparently.
Coyote or something, is it?
We were linked with him years ago. Didn't get him, clearly. But what's interesting is they can't get into the NFL because the Americans won't allow it. So they've gone for all the sports that they can get a dabble in. So they'll have a go at tennis, I bet, at some point. Saying of tennis, did you watch Wimbledon final?
I did. It was very good, wasn't it?
I'm not a massive tennis fan, but wow.
Yeah, it was
what
good.
a final. You watch it, Stubbsy?
No.
I'm a hypocrite because I slag tennis off all the time. I'm not interested, but
Fucking
I was sat on the sofa.
It was the only match of Wimbledon I watched.
Yeah, me too. I was at the in-laws and it was class.
I watched
so good.
I watched Wimbledon last year because that Kyrgios is in it, and he's in.
He's one of your boys, isn't he?
He's a bit of me.
He was quite live on Twitter yesterday.
He was very live.
Good.
I saw that.
What's he called? Alcaraz.
Yeah.
Alcaraz,
Doing that at 20 should be illegal. There's 2 Grand Slams I think he's got now.
Yeah, he won the US Open as well, didn't he?
I mean, I literally, I'm going to say this shit, and a tennis fan can listen to this and just going to call me a clown. But I was watching it, and I swear to God, what's he called? Djokovic, isn't it? Novak. Was playing shots that I swear to God would just win in finals. And this kid was just like moving so quick and twatting stuff back and going, is all you got? Oh, man.
You know that South
New
Park,
Juan's on the fucking map.
that South Park meme where the guy's in front of the computer and there's spunk everywhere. That's
I know the one.
That's what I imagine Chris Nelson was like yesterday.
Oh, is he a tennis fan?
He's a massive tennis fan, yeah. And I can imagine him just sat playing with his little.
They reckon
pecker.
it was one of the best finals ever, quality wise.
Well, there's that one game, wasn't there, that was 27 minutes long. It was
And
2
the next one
minutes
was 30
shorter.
seconds.
2 minutes shorter than the first set.
The next one after was 2 pumps and a grunt,
What's
Carl.
a game?
It's just
Well, first to win it.
yeah.
I think it
15,
kept going.
40
It kept
game.
going deuce advantage, and it was flipping back and forth.
Okay.
It was like it was
It was
24
like
minutes, wasn't it?
Something like that.
It was a joke.
Mental.
But the quality of it was
Get on with it.
redonkulous. And in the women's final, unseeded, wasn't she? Completely unseeded all the way through to win it.
Yeah, but she'll probably never be seen again. Look at Raducanu.
Raducanu. That's twice we've talked about tennis on this podcast, and the last time led to you learning Chinese, Carl, or Mandarin.
Mandarin, yeah.
Learned nothing this time.
No.
Just that
What
some
was she?
20-year-old.
Czechoslovakian, wasn't she? Something?
I don't know. It's not called that anymore, is it?
I don't know.
Is it not?
Czech Republic.
It's not called Czechoslovakia since like 1984.
Yeah.
I'm not
it's
sure it's called
Czech
Czech Republic anymore. I think it's called
I
Czechia
saw
now.
the only thing that I've really seen about Wimbledon was like one of the Ukrainian women was refusing to shake hands with anyone from Russia or Belarus or something.
I've just listened to a podcast with a Belarusian tennis player. That Simon, what's his name? Jordan podcast. Well, what?
It's a very niche podcast.
That's a very niche podcast.
No,
right?
it's that Simon Jordan podcast. It's pretty good.
We only get Belarusian tennis players out.
No, she's
The
really
Belarusian
she's
tennis
really famous. Yeah, I'm a big fan.
yeah.
I've watched one Wimbledon final. I've done a deep dive on tennis podcasts.
Fucking hell.
What's her name? Azarenka.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was-
God.
I've heard of it.
Azarenka, yeah.
She was on Simon Jordan's latest, whatever it is.
Have you listened to Talksport?
Upfront.
Jim White and Simon Jordan on holiday or something on Talksport.
Yeah, so it's Sam Matterface.
He's a fucking bellend, isn't he?
Yeah, he's
What
knobhead,
a
isn't he?
dick. I was listening to today, and all I could think is him and that Alex Crooks bloke just try and be Jim White and Simon Jordan
Yeah, like a fake version.
from Wish.
Yeah.
What shit.
What's somebody
Seen about the Brecky show? Jeff Stelling. Talk Sport breakfast, I reckon.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. McCoist is joining Woodsy, who Carl was not interested in. She's gone on to TNT, which is the new BT Sport, and he's joining her. Of course he is.
Yeah.
The old dog.
Why wouldn't you?
Sniffing and a trapping.
What's your opinion on her, Matt?
On what?
Laura Woods.
Oh, she's a joke, mate. She's sensational.
So overrated.
So Carl's theory, I'm gonna just still it, Carl. How my brain used it. So Carl basically knows she's attractive. Obviously, he's got eyes. However, he thinks it's like when you go to a small school and there's a fairly good-looking girl, you build her up into something. But if you put her in a big school full of loads of fitties,
I'm telling you now, she doesn't like sport. You don't think she's as fit. Fact.
It's probably because she stood next to fucking Alan Brazil and Alan McCoist that she looked
Robina
And Ray Parler.
Yeah.
Who,
But no,
between
she
them,
is-
have a blood pressure of about 500,000.
it's gonna blow.
Genuinely, though, if she doesn't like sport, you lot don't find her as fit. Fact.
I think if she did if
she wanted
a morning
to speak
show
to you about fucking terracotta pottery, you would not give a
is
fuck.
that a thing?
I
I think you just mixed two words together.
No.
I'd talk to her about pottery.
No, you wouldn't.
We'd have an in-depth 40-minute chat about pottery.
No, you wouldn't.
If she wants to.
You would not be interested.
I might slide into a DM, see if she wants to talk about, what was it,
She might-
terracotta pottery?
She might already have a podcast about it. With your
I'll find it.
Belarusian
Mate, I'm
tennis
telling you
podcast.
now, she doesn't like sport. You're just not interested. She's not that fit.
I think that Kate Abdo's fitter, that one that does the...
All right, don't objectify women on this show, Wilson. We're better than that.
Mate.
Well, you
We're not ranking women.
No, we're not. We're just saying whether we think.
No,
they're
he said
attractive.
We
she's
could do
better.
a rank me off.
I mean, it's good.
Oh.
I mean, they all lose out to my morning princess anyway, so it's fine.
No, you just call someone princess. It feels physically sick.
Who's your morning princess?
I'm not gonna lie, her name's gone out of my head.
Right, so she's clearly well fit.
She's a Palace fan.
You
She's just
don't
Good
know
Morning
her
Britain.
name.
I
Rachel
can't remember her name.
Reid. Susanna Reid.
Susanna
That's
Reid.
it. Oh,
Oh, no.
Milfy Crumpet.
No.
And Simon Thomas is taking Soccer Saturday. That's
I
official
saw that
now,
today, actually.
which is a great appointment.
He's done well since Blue Peter, hasn't he?
He has. It's a tough act to follow, Jeff Stelling, but I think it's going to be a different approach, I think.
From Blue Peter to Gillette some transformation.
So if they're struggling, he can knock up a Thunderbird station.
Just bag them. Here's one I
Yeah.
made earlier.
Yeah, not a problem.
It's a big seat to fill, though, that.
And then they're bringing in that referee.
Yeah, Graham Pole.
Which
No.
one? Which one?
I'll just give you a
can't
yellow
see
card there.
If it was Andy Pearson. Then.
No, the famous ref.
Mike Dean.
Fuck's sake, what's wrong with my brain? Mike Dean, Carl, yes. He's joining the panel to give an input. So if he's like that bloke on BT Sport, I'll just agree with the ref.
You watched that overlap that he?
Yeah, I did.
with-
No, I haven't watched it, actually. I've watched a bit of the live stuff.
Oh, it's funny, very funny. When they do the refereeing thing, and Mike Dean's like on the thing to Roy Keane, like, you've got to have a word for that tackle, and Roy Keane just walks up to him and goes, "Great tackle, mate," as he just wiped this bloke out. Class. That overlap is very funny, actually.
Yeah, it's class, isn't it?
Yeah, very
it's
very
good.
funny. Like Neville is just hilarious. To be fair, like that bit when they're abseiling down the side of the Liverpool Stadium, and he's just like going at Carragher. Fucking hilarious.
One of the funniest clips I've seen all year, that.
When he's like,
Fucking never walk
"You never
alone!
walk alone. I'm fucking running past you, bastards."
He wasn't having that Carragher, was he, at all?
But no, but his arsehole had fell out, so he couldn't do anything about it, could he? Oh, funny. Yeah, very, very funny.
Sometime contributor to this podcast had a bit of a Stubbsism over the weekend, Carl. You'd be pleased to know. I went for a beer with him Friday night.
Oh,
Doesn't know how to spell or say VIMPTO.
VIMTO.
Yeah, he thinks there's a P in it.
Why would there be a P in it?
Well, he tried to catch me out, and I was a good few beers in at this point. Yeah, so you say it like as well. No, I don't. VIMPTO. Yeah, you're saying a P. VIMPTO. That would be saying a P.
Vimto.
VIMTO.
Overrated in the drinks world for me.
No, underrated. I'm the opposite.
Massively overrated.
Underrated. Who's overrating VIMPTO?
Well, like you go into trebles and
Trebles,
everybody
yeah.
shags it. I'm like, so
Fuck a VIMPTO,
average.
please.
Yeah,
You've been into two absolute places I don't go anymore.
I haven't been there.
Which is in general, that's two places like that and Pop World. They're just not on my radar.
It's because there was a thing on the Lincolnite earlier of reminiscing of the last 20 years of Lincoln evening establishments.
Yeah, Glass House was on there.
Glass
Oh,
House.
what a boozer.
Exactly.
Do you remember when they did the stock exchange?
Yeah.
Oh, that was class.
You used
That
to
was
get
good.
Yeah.
I used to cadge into Freshers' nights.
And
on
you
the
used to end up drinking like absolute shite all night.
Foster's.
didn't you? Oh,
It's 30p.
Vodka Red Bulls have dropped down to 60p and you'd have, I'll have 700. Yeah, amazing.
It's a Toby Carvery now, isn't it?
Yeah,
Which, by the way, is wank. Who goes to a Toby Carvery? They're shit.
they are shit.
You need a decent pub with a decent carvery.
They're expensive as well.
They're just shit.
Yeah,
The breakfasts are all right.
Are they?
Yeah.
We should do on there before Cheltenham over here. We had that shitty breakfast, didn't we?
Oh, you didn't like it.
No, I didn't like it. See them golf club thieves doing the rounds?
The what?
You not seen it?
No.
Two old, well, not really old geezers. I think they're members. You
yeah,
seen
they
it?
bang the putters down the trousers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and walk out very funny. And someone's put it to Benny Hill music.
Yeah.
No, I've not seen it.
He just walks in, two of them.
The camera's just staring at them as well.
Yeah, and they're just like looking at the cashier as there's two putters down the trousers.
They like waddle out.
Yeah.
I got told a story the other day that I quite enjoyed.
There's a lot of theft goes on, isn't there? More than you think.
Underreported now, apparently. They don't bother dealing with it because it's like hard work.
When I was in Aldi, before I came here, some bloke just walked out with a shitload of stuff shoved up his jumper. Nobody said anything.
No one asked.
No.
It's a violent world, Carl. You don't get
Well,
involved now.
I was literally walking in the door as he was walking out. With
Did he give you a nod and a wink?
No, I was like,
shame
well,
that.
I ain't fucking doing anything about it. Anyway. But the weird thing is, they were in the car park as I was like parking up. There's three of them in the car park. I was like, they're definitely nicking something. Like you can see it from a mile off. And then he walks it, and then like he's gone. I'm like getting my recycled bags or whatever out, and then I get to the door, and as I get to the door, he's coming straight back out the front door.
I mean, fair play to him for hiding a canoe. I mean, fair play to him. Did he row out?
It just looked like a lot of meat, if I'm honest.
What would you steal if you were going to steal something?
I couldn't.
Would you go for... No, but obviously, we're not thieves. Like, obviously.
I genuinely.
What would you take?
I genuinely couldn't even steal like penny sweets. Like my conscience would not allow it.
Carl's trying to nick a fun-sized Mars bar. Go, I'm not guilty.
I would genuinely have to go back in. And
Are
pay
you
for
having
it.
a good day? I haven't stolen anything. No one thought you had, mate.
I would have to go back in and pay for it after.
Is that a fun-sized Mars bar in your pocket? Or are you pleased to see me? Steak is what I would steal.
One of my mates when you'd still say
I'd
Why
steal
would you-
steak.
why
It's the
would-
most expensive thing on the shelf, isn't it?
Why would you steal a steak?
It's the most expensive thing on the shelf, isn't it?
Just pay for it.
Well, I am going to put up. It's completely hypothetical. I've never nicked anything in my life. Well, stole a wife's heart, didn't I? Years ago. So I did there. Let's.
one of my friends when we was younger, he used to go into Asda's, like when they put
I
yellow.
love how everyone calls it Asda's. My favourite thing in
Asda's.
life.
You put yellow stickers on things like
them.
rollbacks. So he used to get like steaks that had gone down to like I don't know what £1.20, scan it, and then put the baby milk on the thing. So he used to get like baby milk, which was like £9 or whatever, for
That's
the price of
thieving.
the steak. That's what he used to do.
But that's thieving. Carl does not condone this.
No, I don't.
That's
I'm
right.
not
that's,
going to name that person.
That's 2 strikes now, Wilson. Sexism, and now
I didn't say I did it.
thievery and buggery.
Oh, I didn't say I did it.
You're 2 strikes in now.
Well, I don't do it.
Would
You don't get this from Dan
If I
Taylor.
was in there, I would be a fucking nervous wreck.
Shaking like a shitting dog.
in that situation.
He used to be ready, but he'd come out genuinely like 2 carrier bags worth of stuff, and it cost him like £8.
But the father in me does appreciate it because that shit's expensive and
Yeah.
they eat a lot of it. Greedy little bastards. It's like when we want to form, it's a nightmare.
Well, then don't have kids if you can't afford it.
Well, I can afford it.
No, he
I
just
still
did
saying
it
it's
'cause he was-
expensive.
He was a tight fucker, and he still is.
Well, that's
Name him. Go on, I'll
I'm
bleep
not
it out.
naming him.
I'll bleep it
No,
out.
we can't.
I'll
I'll
put-
tell
post-
Carl.
post
Carl
edit.
knows him, so I'll tell him after.
We aren't naming names.
Right, let's go through Carl's Facebook profile.
And we ain't got that long, mate.
No, we haven't. No,
I bet I could probably guess who it is anyway.
Do you want to hear a story from the military?
Yeah.
So I got told the other day. Right, I want you to visualise Dad's army when I tell you this story.
Okay.
So in a foreign land, there was this guy, and it was a guy because he got captured, was stealing knickers off lines,
Do you mean off lines?
off washing lines.
Right.
A knicker thief, Carl. We've got a knicker
in
thief.
Iraq.
It wasn't in Iraq, no. It was in a foreign country, but he was stealing knickers of the other military
Women.
personnel off their wives' washing lines. Sporadic as well, going for all different ones. So the person who told me this story said, we staked it out for a week. Literally staked out some gardens for a week to try and catch the knicker catcher. It's proper Dad's Army, isn't it?
Did it get him?
Yes. It was a little pervy creep that was over the road, apparently. Everyone knew it was him. Everyone knew it was him.
So it's like at night hopping over.
Yeah, hopping into your garden and nicking your mum's knickers.
That is so weird.
How fucking weird. As a fetish, how weird's that?
It's up there,
it's
mate.
not
Do you reckon it's the thrill of the thievery?
Thrill of getting
What are you
caught.
going to do with the knickers?
I imagine what he did to them.
Yeah.
I don't really want to think about it.
What?
Well, I think
He's obviously, he's obviously wanked in him, isn't
he might be wearing them.
No.
That might be the fetish.
I don't understand that. Like, why would you want to... Oh, I just don't get it.
It's odd, isn't it?
Well, have you ever sniffed a pair of, like,
No.
used underwear?
No, it's never. No, genuinely, no.
Why?
I don't really get it.
I don't know. I don't understand. Like, that's
It's
the
like these blokes who
knickers.
pay like hundreds of pounds for birds' knickers off OnlyFans.
It's
and
not
stuff.
even knickers.
but I sell them on the internet.
They'll buy like bloody leggings and all sorts.
They buy everything. They buy like spit and
One of my ex-misses.
You can sell anything.
One of my ex-misses used to get messages about it, and I was like, honestly, let's.
What on like her Insta?
Yeah, I was
Will you
like,
sell me
honestly,
what?
This
Knickers?
is a fucking business, mate. We'll get these. You wear them, I'll sell them.
I think feet pictures is the gold mine because there's thousands. That's not that niche, is it? It's not my cup of tea. It's not that niche.
You could easily make a business out of that. Like, a pair of pants aren't expensive, are they? Just wear them for a day and then I'll sell them.
Yeah. I think it's the morality of it,
I
isn't it? I
say
think.
I'll sell them, like you'll sell them, I'll make the money.
So you're pimping your ex's knickers out.
It's not really doing it.
You're a
that's it.
pimp, Carl. Is what you've just
She
explained.
She didn't agree to it.
and you're
Obviously.
not together anymore.
No.
Imagine when she
She's like,
explained
"Do you
that to her
not- do you not
mates.
think it's a bit weird? I was like,
You know what Carl wants me to do? He's thinking of the cheddar.
Obviously, it was tongue in cheek. Well, I was serious. Like, feel free, love, honestly.
You've literally just that was brilliant. It was very tongue in cheek, but I was serious. No, I think feet pictures are where it's at. Feet pictures. 'Cause that's a large niche on the internet, I'm led to believe.
Yeah,
So
I
what-
mean, like, if a girlfriend of mine wanted to send a few
Well, literally, it doesn't matter, does it?
feet pics out, crack on.
You need to find your friend with the most effeminate feet.
How could you, like, what is nice about a foot, though?
Yeah, I don't really get it.
Mine look like Frodo's feet. So
Is your foot got half hair?
yeah,
Like your back?
yep.
I haven't really got any weird fetish, actually. I don't really need to talk about it on the podcast, but I'm not bothered.
They wouldn't be weird if they're your fetish.
No, but I'm a 4-4-2 man. I'm two wing backs.
Missionary Mike.
Well, I won't go that far.
I'm going to be honest with you, Stocks. 4-4-2 doesn't have two wing backs.
It's very true. When I said it, I thought I meant to say fullbacks. I've got Ashley Cole, I've got Gary Neville. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Just steady Eddies.
Yeah.
Tony Adams, Sol Campbell. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, you just see that Barstool Sports tweeted that is Declan Rice the greatest ever West Ham player? Is that the stupidest, shittest site on Twitter?
Yep.
They're awful, aren't they?
Yeah, it's up there.
I also saw another podcast. I'm throwing a bit of shade here, but now we're back in the non-leagues. That's what it feels like. There's a podcast remain nameless, and they were naming their top 24 Championship managers. So for the upcoming season,
Nick McCarthy.
he's not currently in work.
Oh.
Not ever. It wasn't ever. Sorry, it wasn't ever. It was like this coming season. So ranking the current managers from 1 to 24, and we're going to do that. No, we're not. Guess who they had as number one? Bear in mind, you've got Championship winners in there.
Oh, you've got to be your man, hasn't he?
I was thinking before listening to it, well, he's got maybe not number one, but maybe you'd think he got number 6 or some shit.
Michael
Who?
Carrick.
He's won it twice.
What's his name?
Daniel Farker.
I thought you weren't doing it anymore.
I was just doing his name in his official tongue. I'm not going to do an impression of him, Carl,
Right.
because like we've said, until he's shit and he fails, then we'll hammer him.
Yeah.
But if he's a success, he'll have a statue next to that Bielsa one on your right hand shoulder.
What do you classify as success?
Promotion, win the league. I've got us at 7-1, Carl.
Well, you've bet on it.
If you're not
so
first, you're
yeah,
last.
is it?
Ricky Bobby. Just a fact. Anyway, who do you reckon they had number 1?
Carrick.
No.
Neil Warnock.
No, you see, I'd have thought that was I would never pick him, but you would at least have some logic behind that. He's been there, seen it, done it. He's got a shit squad, so it'd be tough.
Do you know he gave them, like, out of their 7 days that they're obviously in the week, he gave them 4 of them off when he was the back end of last
Took
season.
a bit of pressure off, didn't he, old Neil?
Yeah. He basically said to him, yeah, don't bother coming back in till Thursday.
Well, he wouldn't do, so why would they?
No.
He's back in Cornwall. Cornwall with
They
Sharon.
loved it. Yeah, they loved it. I can't think of who else. Tony Mowbray.
He's got a decomposing face. I don't think... Is he still got a club? Is he still at Sunderland? No, he left Sunderland, isn't he? He's not in charge either.
Who's in charge at Sunderland now?
Good fucking question. Who is the
Don't
Sunderland manager? Get on the old Google. No, they decided as a podcast, 2 of them, fellas bless them, to pick the Ipswich manager,
Oh,
Kieran McKenna.
who's clearly a good manager, but he's never managed at the Championship levels. How is he number 1 manager in the Championship? How does that? How do you get to that logic?
He's managed, well, not managed, but he's
Tony Mowbray,
been
What?
around.
Sunderland manager.
I thought he left Sunderland.
He's there, mate.
I
you
think that,
sure?
I think that McKenna's like the next big dog, I
I don't disagree with that. He's clearly a good manager, but you can't rank him. He hasn't done a minute
He's
of
like,
manager at that
he's
level.
like Eddie Howe territory.
Is he posh?
Yeah, I don't
Kieran
know.
McKenna?
Is he Man United, wasn't he?
He was at United, yeah. Manchester
Mate,
United.
He's going to be...
Thank you.
I did have a complaint actually about you this week, Adam.
Won't be from the wife. Lads.
Chris
Go on, then.
Chris Kenneally.
Yeah, but he fucking hell, he texts me all the time moaning about it.
You stay in Man United.
So basically, he's moaning at anyone that'll listen about his stupid, shitty United shit bullshit. Basically.
Unhappy,
It's just because
mate.
he's bald, you don't mean you have to stick up for him.
No, I will stick up for him. He's
in
a
your
nice
Thursday
guy.
bald club.
He's a nice guy.
He's a great guy. Good flooring person.
Great flooring.
We've credited him on this podcast, actually, for the work he did on the Tipsy Imp. So don't come at me about scum. Not interested.
Hold on, Chris's car.
Managed Tottenham under-18s, Man United under-18s, Manchester United assistant manager, and Ipswich Town. So you can't be the best manager in the league if you've never actually managed in said league.
Why?
Because you've got guys in there who have actually won it.
Yeah, no, but it's...
I just think it was a silly
So,
ranking.
Well, it is a bit of a silly because he's not won anything,
Well, he's
really.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, where did he
Le-
finish it?
League
Ipswich?
One.
Didn't they finish second?
They didn't win
I thought
it.
Plymouth
won it.
Plymouth
It's not,
won
he
it.
didn't win anything.
Yeah. I think you look at what Ipswich have done previously before him and what he's done.
You have to separate that though, Carl, because I'm not saying he's clearly done a brilliant job.
Yeah.
And like you say, I think there's a really strong reputation about him. I mean, he's only 37.
I think he's like next Eddie Howe, mate. I think he'll be absolutely fine.
Plays good football.
He does very good football.
Plays it the right way. The right way that your dad hates.
I was at a
Get
barbecue.
it forward.
I was at a barbecue the other week.
Shocker
with an
Wilson was
Ipswich fan.
out somewhere.
I
Yeah.
was at a barbecue.
He's a social chameleon.
Yes. And an Ipswich fan there was saying he was really good.
How the fuck have you found an Ipswich fan?
One of
They're
my
rarer than hen's teeth.
Well,
good mate of
Found
mine's
one.
an Ipswich fan.
Fucking, we got two. Both of you have got Ipswich friends.
he was a season ticket holder.
Fucking tractor.
Well, no,
boy.
it was the first time I'd ever
I
met
used
him.
to
He
go
wasn't a
watch
friend, but
Ipswich with him.
Did you? It's a long way to go, that, mate. You must have been a good friend.
Mostly away games, to be fair.
I'm going to say. Of course, we've got them this year. And I'll come back on this show when Daniel Farker has had his pants down and he's embarrassed him,
McKenna.
humbled him,
Yeah, when he's been absolutely...
and branded him not the next Eddie Howe. You've been farked. Fart life. Fully on board here, Carl. Fully on board with our new German overlord.
You said the same about that yank that you had in charge, and that lasted long.
I'm just a positive guy, Carl. That's how people like me. Not Keneally, but people in general like me.
What, Chris Kenneally doesn't like you?
Oh, well, not the way he texts me. Nothing but abuse, if I'm honest.
I think if he's texting you, he probably likes you.
It's all banter, mate, isn't it? Oh, have you seen that Premier League deal's gone through for the FA Cup? Looks like they're getting the rights.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, we talked about it on the Lost show. He wouldn't be interested in it.
No.
No.
So basically, the FA Cup rights, foreign rights, Carl, are going to the Premier League. If that's not a conflict of interest, I don't know what is.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, we had a much more detailed chat about that, and you weren't here.
Which, to be fair,
I think I've done
in,
enough
in
football
Carl's
chat.
summary at the start, he wasn't half wrong, was he?
Nope,
There was a lot more in-depth football chat.
there was.
Dan was just going to say, as he always does.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear the world's worst national anthem, Carl?
No,
You do?
no,
It's our national anthem, just sung poorly.
no,
Why do you want to hear it?
because I am very precious about it.
I'm going to play it anyway. That's all right with you. Hand on your heart. Your hand on your heart.
No. That's enough. That's enough.
Elvis is back and he's got ginger hair.
That's enough.
It's bad, isn't it?
Yeah. We've heard enough of that. Come on.
This is at Silverstone. This is a very respectable competition. And they've got an actor doing it. Go on, boy.
Horrendous, isn't it?
I'm doing it next year.
What this?
He does nail the end bit. Everyone's looking around really awkwardly and all. Trying not to giggle. Nailed it. Big finish.
Good high note.
Cream pied it at the end, to be fair to him. Nailed it.
I did see a tweet that said something like, the King, Damian Lewis and Lisa Simpson can fuck off.
The internet remains unrivaled. Are you on Threads, Carl, out of interest?
No.
Have you gone over to the Twitter sphere on Facebook?
I don't really use Twitter, so I don't know.
Yeah, you're not big on Twitter.
I don't need a...
You're an Insta kind of guy.
Instagram's my thing.
And OnlyFans.
No, don't.
Where you sell pictures of your knees.
I would do OnlyFans though if there was a niche for it.
There's a couple of female listeners to this. The car might be interested.
Yeah.
Do you want me to see how much they're willing to cough up every month?
Yeah. I need to see what they wanted from me as well before I agree to it.
Nothing but butthole.
Yeah, probably not.
You taking it? You doing it?
No, I'd probably not do that.
Butt stuff. $7.99 a month you're getting each. Similar to Netflix. Good value.
Butt flicks.
Butt flicks.
No, I don't feel like I need to get to do that.
What if you were doing an OnlyFans, Carl?
Yeah.
With a beautiful lady, two screen as well. She's paid extra. She's got your private.
Right.
And she just starts yelling, "Do butt stuff."
No.
But she offers you £1,000 an hour.
No.
I bet you've got a really manicured bumhole. I bet you look after it.
Well, it gets a...
There's your title of your podcast.
The manicured bumhole.
It gets a nice wash every day.
Well,
we all wash our asses, mate. It's not unique to you.
No, but
I've got that. I've got that soap stuff that's eucalyptus with that thing. What is it? It stings. Is all I'm going to say.
The mint one.
Yeah, mate. You've got it in my eyes this
I
morning.
don't understand why anybody uses that.
I bought it by accident. I can't use it, Carl.
You
I'm blind deaf.
get out of the shower and then you're fucking freezing.
Yeah, but it feels like a midget's blowing on you all day, doesn't it?
There's your OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Mate,
So
it's
there's
horrible.
butt stuff on Carl's OnlyFans and a midget blowing Wilson on his.
Yeah.
Check it out. Mine's me eating pork pie.
Perfect. Right, that'll do.
Should we go home?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I've had enough.
Let me just check the notes.
Well,
Yeah, fully in depth.
I'm not doing any more.
So I think, not sure, because we had basically, peek behind the curtain here to the production value. We had to stop this halfway through to make sure we had at least some sort of podcast before my head exploded. We're not here for the next 2 weeks, so enjoy this. This should be a longer version.
We've got 2 weeks off.
2 weeks off, Carl.
Fucking buzzing.
We shall be back on your podcast downloader. If all things are equal, we record on the 7th, we're back on the 10th.
What am I going to listen to on a Thursday morning now?
It's literally anything but this shit.
I can record an hour just for you if you want.
Yeah.
Do you want me to
Can
read
you?
you a book?
Yes, please.
What book?
Oh, is that like...
Lord of the Rings?
Yeah. Anything. Is that like when that actor did it?
Hobbit says.
Don't they do that on CBeebies or something?
Yeah, I can get on there. I'll get a job there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie, Carl. I'm a bit upset I've not been considered for the breakfast show, TalkSport.
Why?
I did pop my CV in.
Did you?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a bit upset, if I'm honest. I felt if anyone could follow Woodsy into the chair, it's this sex bomb.
Yeah.
I thought I'd have had the equal sort of
To be fair,
pull.
you do about as much for me as she does. So.
Who would you rather?
What, me or Laura Woods?
Yeah.
I'm a good time, Carl. I'm paying for the meal as well, mate. Guaranteed a steak meal with me. Woodsy's not paying for steak. You're getting I reckon at best you're getting a Nando's,
Yeah,
and you're paying.
She's high maintenance as well, guaranteed.
I'm low maintenance. We could just go for a bike ride together. Go for a kebab. We'll go for your first kebab.
No,
We'll hit a Pop World on a Thursday night.
I'm keen.
They might play some Keen.
Keen, yeah.
Underrated.
They haven't got
Yeah,
any beat
perfect.
ones though, have they?
Don't need to be upbeat, mate.
They've got any what?
Upbeat one.
They haven't got drums. Oh, they've got the guitar. They haven't got on it, Keen.
Yeah.
Do you ever play Keen on your?
No.
No, no one's asking for that, are they?
Nope.
I'm going to crash a wedding and ask for Keen and watch like the crowd just disappear.
Run.
You have been listening to this slightly longer version of God Off the podcast.
Oh,
Well,
what's
that
wrong?
is correct. That's wrong. Whilst we're off for 2 weeks, good time to remind you,
Get
Smallby
in
Limited
there.
sponsor this show. And the music you can hear is Hell's Ditch, because I rambled all over them to Wilson, who's a DJ.
My great gag.
It was a good gag.
Yeah.
Well, you're more just pointing a fact out, surely.
What?
They got it wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway. Fuck off. I
See you in a
won't
couple of weeks. I've been on the
Bye.
Scots. He's
Bye.
been Carl Stubbs. He's been Wilson.
Ta-ra.
Thanks for downloading. Bye.
Smash